What's going on, everybody? So we're going to be taking a look at what the top rookie ratings would be in Madden 18. Now, you're looking at the base card for Madden 17 and MUT. You know, they release cards every year based on the draft picks, and based on how regular teams is going to be, I'm looking at this right now, and I'm figuring Trubisky will be about an 80. You know, because Jared Goff came in at a 77 overall, and Jared Goff sucks. So I'm going to at least give the Bears the benefit of the doubt. I don't see this man being the answer for the Bears in any way, shape, or form. But I just believe that, you know, some things we can't see initially and we just don't understand. And we've seen a lot of players come in at lower draft picks that have been successful. Most of the greats have been lower draft picks. And I just think this guy came out of nowhere. You know, 1 minute people, you know, we're talking about, you know, the other guys coming up, you know, Deshaun Watson, a lot of other guys. And then all of a sudden this guy came out of nowhere. And, you know, the Bears gave away a lot. They pretty much bet their next 5 to 7 years on this guy by moving up to the draft to get him. So looking at it that way, I'm going to go ahead and give him, about an 80, because there's no way you could say he's going to be worse than Jared Goff. Jared Goff was outright disgusting. I don't know if it was because of the coaching, the way that, you know, they put him into how, you know, how they tried to get him. He was horrible. We just have to call it what it is. I do feel that some way, somehow, Trubisky may kind of surprise us, because Jay Cutler, like, I don't want to talk about Jay Cutler, but you can't really get worse than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really, I don't know if you can, with the way that he is, his mannerisms, everything about him. You know, I'm not saying that he didn't have one of the, you know, the biggest arms in the NFL for a very long time, but it's just something about Jay Cutler. I just think you can only go up from where he teared off. Not his Denver Bronco days with Jay Cutler, but the way he teared off and teetered along the line of disgusting with the Bears. So I would give this guy an 80. Going to the next one, Leonard Fournette, who was the first running back off the draft board. Zeke came in at about an 80. You know what I'm saying? Last year, Zeke came in regular, like overall 80. I don't see this man being an 80 overall coming in. I don't even know what you're going to get out of this guy, to be honest. I would probably go with about a 75 overall. And like I said, I want to know what you guys are thinking also, because these are, you know, these cards are a little bit souped up looking at the stats, but I'm going to well, not overcompensate, but kind of take away a little bit from this. So I don't expect him to be a 90 speed coming out in regular in Madden 18. He'll probably be about an 85, 86 speed. But I'm going to go with his overall being a 75, because I don't think anybody in their right mind, even if you hate the Cowboys, can say that this guy is better than Zeke Elliott. And Zeke Elliott came in as an 80 overall. So we have to try to gauge it like that. And I'm really trying to figure out where I would go with it. But I got 75, 76 max for this guy. And I got to see what he's doing. Because if he comes out, look, the Jaguars, I don't know what's going to happen with Blake Bortles. I think the Jaguars is a very, very underrated team. And I think they have a lot of untapped potential. I don't know what he will add, though. I just don't see the breakaway speed. I see the power and the truck. And I see some craziness that might happen with, you know, some spectacular runs, but I don't see, like, that receiver out the backfield. I don't see, like, you know, the McCaffrey in him. I do see the power, though. He reminds me like a LeGarrette Blount. I can't say he's around even a Le'Veon Bell, because Le'Veon Bell kind of slimmed up and still is one of the greatest running backs in the league right now. I just don't know what I'm going to get out of him, so I can't give him more than a 75 or a 76. And again, you guys can rate my ratings, you know, in the comment section. Let me know if you want me to, you know, to do something else, if you like what I'm doing right now as far as, like, trying to evaluate some of the rookies coming in. Because even Joe Mixon, if he didn't hit that girl, I think he would probably be the best running back, you know, drafted. But I digress with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give him like a 75, 76, something along those lines. Corey Davis, he has to be probably the best wide receiver coming in as a rookie. Corey Coleman was probably like the highlight. He played for the Browns, but he was, I think more or less it was his speed that made him a 78 overall coming into Madden for Madden 17. With Corey Davis, I would probably go with an 84. I'm going to give him higher than what they gave us gold card in MUT for MUT 17, because I think he's that good. I don't use him in Madden 17 Ultimate Team currently because he's too slow compared to the other rookies that came out. I really do like Mike Williams. I'm not going to say I don't, but I can't give him I have to give him an 84, because Corey Coleman, other than his speed, I don't know if he was a really good receiver. You know, route running and things like that. But this guy's a big dude. I think that he could come out here. I think he could make noise. I think that he will definitely make a difference, you know, coming out with the Titans. I really do think that. I think Marcus Mariota may be able to pick up where he left off. I know the offensive line is pretty decent, so they should be able to work something out with that. But I do like Corey Davis, man. I do like him coming in. I would put him at an 84 overall. And I don't usually go above what some of the gold cards are for the, you know, for the year that they drop it, you know, in Madden the year before the rookies actually play in the upcoming year. I usually stay around, you know, around the overall that they give him with the gold card. But I'm going to give him one more. I'm going to give him an 84. I don't know if his speed will be that high, though, to start. And I don't know the speed threshold. And there's a lot of other news coming out about Madden 18. And I'll continue to keep you guys updated as we get there. But I don't see him being a 90 speed. I think they might drop that a little bit. But as far as his catch, I think everything else might stay around where it is. But he might be an 88, probably like an 88 speed. And you guys can quote me on that when the game is released. It'll probably be like about an 88 speed. But I do expect him to make a difference on that Titans offense. Big bodied guy that can make some plays. OJ Howard. I like Evan Ingram, but OJ Howard, obviously the top tight end taken off the board in 2017. So looking at his card and looking at what Hunter Henry was with the Chargers, right? Hunter Henry, big body, you know, good run blocker. I think OJ Howard is a better run blocker, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the Charger fans try to attack me like, bro, what are you? I think he's a great run blocker. I think he runs a decent speed. I would bring him in as an 83. He's another guy that I would go above. I think OJ Howard is gonna make noise, bro. On the Tampa Bay Bucks, let me just tell you something. The Tampa Bay Bucks, Jameis Winston, he's right there. I know the dude stole crab legs and dudes, you know, he allegedly raped chicks. All these things, look, things happen and people, we got to get over that kind of stuff. Not to say that if he actually did it, we should get over it, but he wasn't found guilty of these things. These were, well, the crab legs, maybe then they had him on camera, but the alleged rape, a lot of these athletes go through that and it takes away from other females that are actually being raped, in my opinion. And I think we need to focus more on staying away from the frivolous claims and focus on more of the people that are actually victims. That's just my opinion. But I think they're right there. I think the Bucks are gonna make some noise, man. And he adds another dimension because I think you can actually split this guy out wide and do work, or keep him tight and have those nice running formations with him as well. So I'm gonna go above. I'm gonna give him an 83 because people are going to say, how am I going to say he's better than Hunter Henry? You know, Hunter Henry came out, made some great plays this year. I think he is. I think he's going to be a better tight end than Hunter Henry. Now, that might be because of the team that he's on. Because you got to remember, 90% of the time, all of the Chargers are injured. So I can't really gauge anything other than the fact that he's just going to be on a better team, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just think that they're a better team than the Chargers because the Chargers are never really out there, and the entire team is Phillip Rivers. So if you only have your quarterback and most of your receivers are dead or injured, what do you expect? Of course, we got to go to the #1 pick, Myles Garrett. I expect him to come out as an 86 because Joey Bosa was a 79. Joey Bosa made a lot of noise. Listen, this guy's combine numbers scared me. They really, really scared me, and it's very, very rare that I say that. His combine numbers were excellent. So I'm fully expecting this man to do something for the Browns. Like, you can't not, if this guy goes out there and just sucks, that's going to be really, really, I don't expect him, even though a lot of people have, have said, he didn't play really, really hard. His sacks came against teams that sucked and things like that. Those numbers from the combine, I know it's like a speed show, freak show type thing. I have to believe that they don't lie, that this man has some talent that we're going to be able to see. I have to believe that, man. Other than that, Hugh Jackson getting fired. I know that he didn't have anything to do with it, really, because that came out with news that he had nothing to do with picking the player. But we have to understand something. It is no way possible that Myles Garrett, with those outrageous numbers that jumped off the scale, is just going to come out there and be a flop. I would be, listen, if this guy just flops outrageously, I would be very, very surprised. Because the numbers and the things like that, I just don't see it. I just don't see it, man. This guy should be able to come out there and put in work. He got that deal, I think, with Adidas. He sees the money on the line. He got game-changing, family-changing money. I think if this guy has anything in him, he's going to show it on the field. I think he's going to go out there, and I think he's going to make those plays that he guaranteed. I think that he's going to have a great season. Obviously, I wish him nothing but the best, but we don't know what's to come. We really just don't know. But I'm telling you this right now, it's no way possible with those numbers, that speed, with his body and his size, that he goes out there and just goes away. I really do think that he'll make a difference, and the Cleveland Browns made a good choice with this pick. This has been the Madden 18 top rookie ratings that I'm leaking and what they should be like. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. One love.